Hi, I'm just going to teach you the beginning level version of Mozart's Eine Kleine Nachtmusik, first movement, and I'm going to take it bit by bit, piece by piece, and this is a fairly complicated piece, but if you take it section by section, phrase by phrase, note by note, build it up from the smallest parts to the larger parts, to the larger, and then kind of just stitch them together and practice each bit until you have it, and then you can connect it to the next one, and then connect that section to the next larger section, and so on. You're going to have this entire melody in your fingers, and you can play it along with the recording that I'm going to provide, and it will hopefully be kind of fun to do, because this is a really cool song, a really cool tune, and it's justly famous. So here we go. So the first phrase, we have C, G, C, G, C, G, C, E, G, and I'm going to call that a phrase. This is what I like to do, actually, is mark it as a phrase, and goes all the way to that G, from the G to the G. So notice this little line here is what connects all those notes together, and we think of them as kind of a little musical sentence, and you can practice that all together. Now what I want you to do is take your, we're going to show the right hand here. What I want you to do is take your right hand, you're going to put your thumb on the third string. So the G, all of the G's in this whole section here, even this one here, you're going to play with your thumb, with it, which is labeled P. And all of the notes, or all of the C's, you're going to play with your I finger, and the E's are going to be with your M finger. So just watch this. We're going to go C, G, C, G, C, G, C, E, G. Once again, the C on the first fret of the second string. C, G, C, G, C, G, C. Open E on the first string, and then you got the G on an octave higher on the first string, third fret. And if you're an absolute beginner, I recommend playing the notes on the third fret with your pinky, because it's less of a stretch. It promotes a good hand technique. If you're not just always moving your hand over, you get to keep your hand in the same position, and you can use your fourth finger for that until you develop more of a stretch for your third finger. This really comes in handy, and there are places all over, even much more advanced repertoire, what comes in handy to use your fourth finger in situations like this as well. So here we go. One more time. I recommend saying the notes as you play them. C, G, C, G, C, G, C, E, G. Okay? Let's go on to the next phrase. The next phrase is F, D, F, D, F, D, B, D, G. So it goes to this G over here. And so F is on the first finger, first fret, first string. F. You can play the D with your fourth finger too. So D is on the second string, third fret. F, D, F, D, F, D, B, D, G. So you have your thumb on the G string that whole time, and it's just stabilizing your hand, and you can just play the first and the second string with your I and M fingers. So F, D, F, D, F, D, B, D, G. And I recommend saying the notes. I also recommend singing the notes, even if you don't have a great singing voice, or if you're singing a little out of tune. F, D, F, D, F, D, B, D, G. let's go on to the next phrase. So I'm just going to do this for a second here. So we have this phrase. And that goes dun dun da 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 C B B. Oops, I went too far. And then we have another phrase here. This is the answer phrase. D F B D C C. Too far again. And a repeat of the question phrase. E D C C B B. And then we have this long phrase. D F B. Oops. D F B C C D D E E D D. And this goes all the way on. Let's see if I can drag it over here. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to try and get it over to here. Yeah, it's not going to go. Well, let's just say, get that. Okay, so this goes from here all the way up to this note. That's one phrase. So let's work on this starting here. So we got C, second string, first fret, C, C, E, D, C, C, B, B, right? Practice that, and then you go on to the next one. And just keep your thumb on the G string. You're going to play all of these with your I and M fingers. So D, F, B, D, C, C. Now, if you can do a pull off, you can go ahead and do from this, from the D to the C. D, D, C, like a pull off. So you do D, you kind of just pull your fourth finger as if you were just plucking the string with your fourth finger and landing on the next string. So, and again here with this from the C to the B. C, B. You just go C and you pull it off just lightly. See how I'm just pulling down kind of towards the ground and landing on the next string. The next string stops my finger. So going on, D, F, C. Now here, what you want to do is alternate your fingers. So I'm going to go M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M. C, C, D, D, E, E, D, D, B, E, F, F, G. And practice this whole thing. C, C, D, D. As one phrase. Move on to the next. We're going to call this a phrase. This goes from here. Let's just say, you can call it this is kind of complex phrasing here, but you could say to the D. You could also say all the way to here, or you could make this one ending here and then have that one there. Anyways, we'll just say that this one goes to that D, and then here's a new phrase. And since I can't drag it across the measure line, I am not even going to try. So here we go. E, F, F, and once again, if you can do a pull off here. So pull your pinky from the fourth, have both the fourth string, or fourth finger and the first finger down, and just gently pull off to the F. And then repeat the F. Again, F pulls off to the F, E, E, and then here you got to catch the D with your pinky, E, D, D, and then C, B, A, B, C, D, E. So E, F, and then you just do it again. So this is another, let's just say this really is a whole phrase here. F, G, E, F, G, F, 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 E, 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 E. Oops, we went too far because I was too busy singing there. So there's a phrase. E, F, G, F, 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 pull to E, 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 D, 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 C, B, A. And always make sure that you get the A with your second finger because it's on the second fret. B, C. So E, F, G, F, 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 E, 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 D, 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 C, B. You can do a pull off there if you want. You don't have to. A, B, C. I'm going to play the whole thing here. And you can just check out it and see how it works. So here we go. C, G, C, G, C, G, C, E, G, F, D, F, D, F, D, B, D, G. Now notice how I could leave my thumb here. Don't have to. I could also just rest it up here. So C, C, E, D, C, C, B, B, F, or D, F, B, G, C, C, D, C, C. Now, if you can't do the pull off or you just find it too much trouble, just play it without a pull off. Try to remember to alternate fingers, right-hand fingers when possible. At this point, it's not absolutely essential that you discipline yourself to do that all the time, especially when the notes are changing. But here, it really does help to alternate. So M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M. It's just easier. E, F. So notice I'm playing it without the pull-offs, just to show you how that works. Time. I want to do one more thing here, though. Let's talk about the counting. So I think the best way to do it is just go through it, counting. If you need to, write in the counting, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. It's 4 beats to a measure. The quarter note gets 1 beat. This is a quarter note. There's an eighth note, which is on the beat. And there's an eighth note rest is on the beat. And the eighth note here is on the and. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. There's a rest on the 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, rest.